This is a book by Ryan North, who is known for, he's most well known for dinosaur comics. He's just a webcomic. He's also done the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl for Marvel, and wrote the first 35 issues of Adventure Time. He's written a book like this before, a sort of choose your own adventure style Shakespeare book. The last one he did was about Hamlet, which was titled To Be or Not to Be, and was Kickstarter's most funded publishing project when it launched. Pretty cool. And is generally known as being a witty and quirky human being and writer, cartoonist, just great guy. Presumably, not like I've met him. Anyway, I got this as a gift from my fiance, who's a huge fan of Ryan North's stuff, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you guys. So, we can explore this together. And I think I'm going to go into soft spoken because whispering is, my voice is not liking that right now. Okay. Alright. It's interesting in the copyright. It says, this is a work of fiction. Actually, it's a book containing a work of fiction, but you get the idea. Incidentally, did someone file this book in the Choose One's Own Non-Fiction Adventure section? Bad news on that front, friends. Names, characters, places, and incidents in the work are either a product of the author's imagination or blah, blah, blah. Anyway. And so you can see the kinds of possibilities involve Romeo and Juliet fighting off ninjas. And let's see if there's what are other possibilities. It's presumably Juliet. There's a long intro which yeah, as we now know, William Shakespeare, 1564 AD to whenever he died, was well known for borrowing from existing literature when writing his plays. Our previous publication, To Be or Not to Be, that is The Adventure, firmly established that the award-winning play Hamlet, I know, turns out there are awards for plays, was lifted wholesale from the recently rediscovered text. We suggested then that To Be or Not to Be was both the earliest example of this book as game genre, as well as the first instinct of the ever in the then newish English language that was kicking around of an adventure being chosen by you, the reader. We were wrong. This book, which you are now about to enjoy, really is the earliest example of non-linear second-person narratives that are more fun than they sound. We did some research. It's true this time. When Shakespeare sat down to write Romeo and Juliet, he had a choice. He could make up his own story, or he could flip through this book, Romeo and or Juliet, and just stone-cold copy down what he read. As we now know, he chose the latter. This book he plagiarized from was lost until recently, when I found it again. It was just over there. Someone had put a coat over it, which I think is why we didn't notice it earlier. Romeo and or Juliet is presented here with the original text, unaltered from when Shakespeare stole it. All we've added are some rad illustrations, and we also put adorable little hearts next to the choices Shakespeare made when plagiarizing this book. That way, if you follow that path when you make a choice, you'll get the same play that Shakespeare ended up with. However, that is not the only story in this book, and honestly, a lot of the other ones are way better. Feel free to explore your other options, as there are over big number 4601245790928746476 distinct adventures contained within this book. That sounds like a made-up number. Though to be fair, after the first quintillion, a lot of them are probably going to seem pretty familiar. Now prepare yourselves for what is called the greatest love story ever told for some reason. Gingerly place your emotions into the front car of the roller coaster, strap them in tight, kiss them on the forehead, and tell them you love them, and that you'll see them soon. Too late, this emotional roller coaster just got started. Whoa, this is going to be insane. Juliet, Romeo and or Juliet. Wherefore art thou Romeo and or Juliet? So, intelligent, well-informed reader of interactive fiction, what would you like to do now? 1. Get this book spoiled for you right off the bat. 2. Play without spoilers. 3. Learn more about the author. I wonder what happens if you get spoiled right off the bat. Right down here. Right. No need to experience this story as it unfolds. I'll just straight up tell you how it ends. It's way more fun and definitely how stories are meant to be experienced. Here's your spoiler, written all fancy-like, so at least you have to work for it. So this is the intro to Romeo and Juliet. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. Forth that fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. Whole misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death and bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 392 pages traffic of her Berkeley stage, the which, if you with patient eyes attend, what here shall miss our toil shall strive to mend. You're just lucky that this book has like a bunch of different stories in it, so you can't really have the whole thing ruined for you, even if you want to, which you should not, by the way. So I guess that's check and mint. Narratively disinclined reader. Looks like you still have to read this whole book after all. All you really learned is that Romeo and Juliet die in one of the endings, which, come on, was definitely going to happen anyway. They are star-crossed lovers after all. Hey, let's find out if you can make it happen. Choose your character. Turn to page 36. You've just been born. Congrats. Good work on that thing. Now, surprise, babies are boring, so we're going to jump ahead into a point when you're a cool teen. You've already lived a reasonable chunk of your life. I can promise that most of what we're going to see now will be flabbergastingly interesting. Teens do all sorts of interesting things. They make friends, they shed tears, they totally make out, and other things too, probably. I think we can all agree that high school rules and is definitely the most important part of your life. So let's join this awesome stuff already in progress. Where you are is Verona in Italy. When you are is Sunday, July 24th, 1585, 8:18 a.m. Who you are? Well, that's entirely up to you. Are you Romeo? He's a 15-year-old teen who loves love, loves being in love, and loves being in love with love. Begin to love this guy. He's deeply, sincerely in love with Rosalind, who's smart and pretty and so perfect, OMG. It's weird we haven't mentioned her in the title, though. Anyway, Romeo's interests include thinking about women, also not being called up to the front of the class while he's thinking about women. Last year, he moved out of his parents' house and into a tinier house that his parents also own. Romeo's got a +1 perk to composition and elocution, that's like talking, but a -1 weakness against moderation and foresight. If you think you'll need to recite poetry in this adventure, he's a good choice. He's allied with Team Montague. Okay. She's a 16-year-old teen whose dainty flower as fragile as a spider's web in the morning dew. No, I'm just having a little fun, like when you call a short guy Talo or Dr. Heightsworth. Juliet's actually super ripped, and her top 6 interests are muscles, boys, getting boys, and kissing her own muscles. Look, you can play as a boy who wants to meet a girl, or as a girl who wants to meet a boy. Each has what the other wants, and you can control either of them. This book is going to be easy. The downside to Juliet is her parents micromanage her life and tell her what to do all the time, which leaves very little time for chatting up boys. She never gets to decide anything for herself. She barely leaves the house, and her nurse is her only real friend. It's a little sad when you think about it. She tries not to. Juliet has a +2 perk to muscles, obviously, but a -2 weakness against the mad hotties. She's an excellent choice if you want to solve your problems with muscles, and why wouldn't you? She's on Team Capulet. So you can play as Romeo, play as Juliet. And then it says, tired of reading the story already? Haha, wow, that didn't take long. There's a bunch of nice pictures on the cover you can look at while you wait for everyone else to finish reading this book. Turn to the cover, the end. So the little heart there is next to play as Romeo. So I think I would like to see what happens if you play as Juliet. Page 4. Way backwards. You are Juliet. Right now you are sitting in your bedroom chatting with your nurse and only friend, Mrs. Angelica Nurse. Yes, her last name is Nurse. And she works as a nurse. Don't judge, Juliet. It's not like you haven't Capuleted a few times before. We've all seen it. Anyway, your nurse, A.Nurse, leaves you because it's 9 a.m. and she has things to do. Among them, getting this house ready for the crazy party your parents are throwing tonight. Yes, a crazy party on a Sunday. Who throws a party on a Sunday night? The rich who don't have work, that's who. This includes your parents, and assuming they die without producing any male heirs, eventually you as well. You have things to do too, Juliet. You tear through some quick stomach crunchers, 3 reps of 10, and some pet blasts, 4 reps of 8. And you're ready to start your day. So, you're well-muscled and your family's rich. What's for breakfast? Just kidding. Your parents have already planned out your whole day for weeks in advance. When you get downstairs, Mom and breakfast are already waiting for you. She puts your protein shake on the counter and tells you to drink it up and leaves. Yes, Mom, you say automatically. Drink the protein shake. Turn to page 5. Interesting. You reach for the protein shake and bring it to your lips. And because I'm sure you want to know what you'll be drinking, let me give you the recipe. And there's a recipe. Because, of course, there's a recipe. I'm going to try to not show you guys spoilers. So, there's the recipe. 1 pound of protein and milk. Because they didn't actually have protein shakes back in the day, so of course you would make a joke on it. Add meat to giant glass, pour in milk until the mixture is of desired milkiness. Shake and enjoy. It's about as good as it sounds. And it sounds great. You chug down breakfast quickly and efficiently, wiping your mouth with the back of your well-muscled arm, and you're off to start your day. Time to grab this day by the horns and wrestle it into submission. Only at this point your mom sticks in her head and says, Juliet, would you be a dear and clean your room? Yes, Mom, you say automatically. Go clean your room on page 6. You turn. Oh boy. Looks like the next few are just going to be you not having much of a choice for a while. Okay. I'm gonna skim a little bit. Go upstairs, clean your room, you're done cleaning, do your homework, spend several hours practicing your lute. Well, you don't even like the lute that much, but the idea still gets you a little excited playing at one of the parties. After a while, that's enough, Juliet. You've got 2 hours of personal time now, but don't leave the castle. Yes, Mom. Every time you get is the best time of your day, but that's not saying much, actually. Now, time to have fun. So the thing is, you're not allowed out of the house. Everybody's busy prepping with the party. Even your nurse can't talk to you right now. You flex your way downstairs to the servant's kitchen and ask if there's anything you can do to help out. Well, you do help them open up a few tricky jars that only takes half an hour at most to go through. Every tricky jar you can find. Pretty boring. Life's pretty boring. Go work out. Finish your workout. You change out of your workout tights into your hanging around the castle tights. Just pulling it on when you hear Angelica calling for you. In a minute, you replied, but a few seconds later you can hear your mom and Angelica outside your door. Your mom is asking where you are, and Angelica is saying that she already called for you. I called for her already. I swear I did. I swear on my virginity at age 12, she says, which is kind of weird and a little bit pervy. That was kind of weird and a little bit pervy, you mutter to yourself. Making the final adjustments to your dress, you leave your bedroom and greet your mother and nurse waiting outside your door. Guys, calm down. I'm here, you say. What do you want? Your mom sends your nurse away. Juliet and I must talk privately, she says. Okay, Angelica says, leaving. Wait, I just remembered. Actually, you're allowed to hear our secrets, your mom says. Okay, Angelica says, returning. Wait, before you start. Your mom says, pop quiz. How old is my only child? You'd like to say she's testing your nurse, but you're not entirely convinced your mom actually knows. Let Angelica answer, or answer for her so that, wait, never mind, Angelica's already answering already. That's what you get for never speaking up, Juliet. Guess we're never gonna let Angelica answer after all. Okay. Angelica says your 17th birthday will be this July 31st. So here are the Angelica highlights. You were born July 31st. She knows because her baby was born the same day. Baby's named Susan. Baby is dead now. Oh. There was an earthquake on your birthday 14 years ago. You stopped. Okay. Lots of random facts. Oh, these are probably random facts that were in the original, but, like, are there for no reason. Euphemisms. Talking about boobs. Okay. At this point, your mom totally of her own volition and not because I'm getting tired of this myself. Asks Angelica to be quiet, which she eventually does, but not before adding whatever anyway. You want to end this here, Juliet? Ask them what they want to talk to you about, or wait, hold on, I don't really have the context. Okay. Your mom says she wants you to get married and have kids, just like she did when she was 12, and she's organizing this party tonight so that you can meet your future husband, whom you are, as of a few hours ago, already promised. She's setting it all up, the wheels are already in motion, and you'll definitely be marrying this dude that you're going to meet tonight. She says it's a masked ball, so everyone will be hiding their faces. You note to yourself that this is a terrible themed party to have if you actually want to judge how attractive people are, so this dude she wants you to marry must be ugly. Juliet, your mom says, don't you think the surprise mandatory arranged marriage is the most wonderful news? Alright, this is getting serious. If you keep doing everything your mother asks you, you're going to end up married to a stranger, and not just any stranger, but to one who thinks the best way to meet women is to get their moms to promise women to him sight unseen. You want to get out of here, see the world, or maybe start making some decisions for yourself. Or do you want to say yes, mom, automatically? So the one with a little heart next to it, which is what happens in the original, is she says yes, mom, automatically. But your alternative is to run past them, tear out of the house, and never look back. And I'm going to turn to page 25 and read the beginning of that. And that is where we depart from the novel. You push your way past your mom and your nurse and run out of the castle. No way are you staying in that crazy house. You're sorry your mom got married too young and that damaged her, but that doesn't mean you're going to stand around and let her do the same to you. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Angelica. But right now you're running away from home, literally. You've made it a few minutes from your house when you realize all you've got on you is the dress you're wearing, so you do something you're not accustomed to doing. You make a decision. And that decision is to run back to the house, jog in through the back entrance, and pack a bag with clothes, money, jewelry, a pawn, a map of Verona, some free weights, and some snacks. Then you run away from home again. Once you're clear of your parents' estates, you stop to rest for a bit. You pull out your map and examine it. There's one place in particular you've always wanted to see, but your parents never gave you permission to visit. The Romeo district. It's got that name because all the guys there hit on the ladies. Let's go see if it lives up to its reputation. Can we go to the Romeo district or return home again? And I want to keep exploring. So how about we check out the Romeo district? Wait, no. Page 46. The only problem with this is sometimes you come across spoilery pictures, but you don't know if that's going to be for the ending that you're going to get or not. So that's interesting. You make your way down to the Romeo district. Your parents aren't going to marry you off, but that doesn't mean you can't find a dude on your own terms, right? Nothing serious, though. You're 16. There'll be plenty of time to get serious when you're way older and way less nimble. You find yourself a promising-looking place called the All Too Precious Brew and sit yourself down at a bar. In front of you is a tiny little book with a beer menu featuring the Winter's Ale printed on the front. Hey, Juliet. It's like one of those an adventure might happen depending on your choices books, except instead of choosing to go on an imaginary adventure that didn't actually happen, you get to choose a beer in real life, and then you get to drink that beer. You open up the book and peruse your choices. There are a few that look interesting. Stout and bitter, pale and single ale, an imperial stout, and barley wine. Oh, hey, all the drinks here are sexual frustration themed. You figure there must be a lot of horny dudes down here in the Romeo district. Either that or the brewers need to get out more. Maybe both? Probably both. Anyway, you choose which beer you want, and then you choose to order it. Your adventure in beer is well underway. A few seconds later, the bartender delivers your beer. You hold it above your head and toast. I drink to the general joy of the whole bar, you say, and then take a swig. As you lower your beer from your lips, notice that 2 seats next to you now have men in them. Ha! Classic Romeo district. You can examine the dudes or ignore the dudes. I think this is where I'm going to stop reading in a row. And see if I can flip through and find some interesting pictures. And take out the context. This is the picture in the very back of the book, and I'm going to cover it so you can't read what's going on. Oh, it says, ha, whoever told you that you could flip to the last page of a book and see how it ends clearly never reckoned with the powers of our non-linear interactive fiction. Nice try. However, if you were glancing back here to see how many pages this book has before you buy it, then let there be no doubt you were getting over 399 pages of quality book with the purchase of this book. That is a terrific page per dollar ratio and definitely worth the cover price. You should absolutely buy this book right away. 496, by the way. That's how many pages it has. So if that's what you were really curious about, now you know. That's not even, yeah, at the back there are all of these information. Okay. Let's see. There's an ending with, these are spoilers, this picture. There's an ending with this picture. There's an ending with that picture. So you can see some of these are rather silly, rather ridiculous, and others just kind of make sense. At the front you see like them kissing, running away from robots. The original ending where he poisons himself as she stabs herself. Them fighting against each other. Her getting super ripped while he has a cape. Anyway, lots of interesting stuff in here. Really, really fun. My fiance had read the Hamlet version, and because I really liked Romeo and Juliet as a kid. I mean, I was a huge fan of Shakespeare. Actually, my favorite was probably A Midsummer Night's Dream, but of the more popular plays, Romeo and Juliet, I remember really liking. So he had gotten this for me as actually a pre-order for Valentine's Day, because, you know, it's a love story, and you can make it not be a love story. So if you're not into romance, and you're not normally into Shakespeare, this is probably also really good for you, because any book where you can choose whether you want there to be robots or ninjas or whatever else, and any book where, like, Juliet starts out ripped, I like that. It's a departure from the original. I like modernized versions of classics anyway, so there you go. If you're into that sort of quirky stuff, then you're gonna like this book. So, yeah. That's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.